Can we build a team that will beat all of the new legendary keepers in the Legendary Keeper Challenge? Yes, we can. And it is awesome. And I will show you just how awesome it is once I show you all 6 members of the team. In position 1, we're going to need a buffer and a shielder. So if you saw my previous video on this monster, I am going to be brief. I'm going to show you all the skills up here, I'm going to disappear, and I'll run through the key points. The 2 skills we're really going to use are the fire shield and the life channel. Everything else looks like this. Feel free to pause the video and copy away. This guy is going to provide huge amounts of buff and shields, and so were he to die, we need a replacement. And that guy is the Bard. So again, this guy's going to replace all our buffs and all our shields. So we have taken far right 3 columns. We're not doing any damage with him. We're making use of all of his weird sort of instrument skills, which are going to help us do lots of healing as well. We're taking the single target heals, Heroic Party, which lets us do 1% increased damage for every buff on every monster. And we are going to be applying a load of buffs. We're taking the same skill again here, Double Power, Full Offense, which we're going to apply to our damage dealer at the end, and a Weakening Shield, which is going to strengthen us and it's going to decrease the amount of damage that the opposition can do to us. We make sure we're going to fill it in, taking all of the available stat boosts around to us, and this guy is pretty straightforward. In our second position, we need like a combo builder and somebody who's going to help us build crit chance. It's Blob. The key skills we want is the second tree of Bitumen Surge, Sticky Impact and Stuck Tight, which is going to increase the crit chance for every bit of tether we apply. Also important is the multi-burn and Blood Drive hidden behind me here. Again, feel free to pause and make a copy of this. Were Blob to fall, we want somebody to fill that gap. And for that, we want the Dark Shifted Araclik. He is going to replace the Blood Drive that we might lose from Blob, where poison, burn, and congeal damage applies bleed stacks. And he's got the potential to apply lots of chill, to apply lots of poison. And on top of that, anytime we're taking bleed damage, we're getting healed. And so this is what his full skill tree looks like. Before I go on, you will see I have not mentioned ultimates at all in this. I beat all of the legendary keepers with this team without using any ultimates whatsoever. It's that simple. It's that straightforward. Right, damage dealer time. First up in terms of damage is Rampant. Rampant is going to do basically one thing. He's going to hit everybody with Burning Charge. He's going to apply a ton of crit, which is also, because he's dark shifted, he's going to apply a load of bleed stacks that never disappear. So to go with that, we're taking any skills that buff our damage, we're taking anything that increases our crit damage, and we're also taking Multi-Glory, which will synergize with Bard, were Bard to come into the fight. And there's your full set of trees. Before I get onto the final monster of this team of 6, please hit me with a like if this video is useful to you. I'll make more Monster Sanctuary content. We're looking to replace Rampant skills like for like. And the closest we can get is Clet. Dark Shifted Clet has exactly the same lead out skill as Rampant. Again, his crits will apply bleed damage, which aren't going to disappear. And all we're going to do with him is launch Ice Spear Volley, which hits all enemies and applies crits and applies bleeds. And here's your full team. Now, before I show you how this works, we'll quickly run through the equipment and we'll run through the food. For those familiar with the first 3 in this team, I've slightly tweaked the equipment a little bit to give us a bit more potency. Cracker Turtle does defense-based healing, so using Restoring Wand, and then we're taking lots of defense items. And if you've got it, a drum is going to increase our healing and shielding skills. Bard's healing is buffed if we use all of the instruments. So equip all of the instruments that you own. We've got harp, drum, flute, and ocarina. And this means he can do quite a lot of healing when he enters the fight, and probably some monsters are a bit low on health. Blob makes use of attack and magic, so we've given him Scythe. We're also upping the crit chance here. And for the health-based life wave, we've got Hood, Vital Ring, and Feather to increase the crit chance and give us a bit of mana regen as well. Araclik has lots of mana-based buffs, so we're taking Scepter. Cauldron if you've got it, which means that debuffs are even more effective. Araclik can apply a load of debuffs, item for defense and mana, and some survivability in Hide. Thorn Tendril is the big one for Rampant. Every time you crit, you're doing bleed damage relative to crit damage, so we are stacking as much crit damage as we can. Medallion, Lucky Clover, which gives us 15% chance of gaining a buff every time we do crits, and Cape to just increase the crit chance of crit damage anymore. we're doing 170% crit damage here. That bleed is going to do work. And finally, with Araclik, we're kind of doing the same. I use Pirate Hook because he's going to come in halfway through a fight, probably take a bit of damage. So on his first crit hit, he's going to heal himself back up to full health. Thermal Reactor, which increases our crit damage and also gives us a chance to apply Burn and Chill. I should mention, we don't have a second Thorn Tendril, so that's why we're not using that here. Fang, which is increasing our crit chance and attack, and Feather, more crit chance again. Similar to Rampant, all about the crit. So food-wise, for Cracker Turtle, it's peanuts and defense. Bard, it's bananas and health. Blob, also bananas and health. Same for Araclik. Rampede is raspberries for crit damage. And it looks like I never even fed Araclik, but Araclik would be raspberries as well. So confession time. I've given you a team of 6. You are rarely going to need more than the team of 3. This team of 3 is going to beat most of the other teams, all 6 monsters, and these guys are still going to have full health, full shield come the end of the battle. And as I mentioned before, they're not even going to have used an ultimate to do it. It's that powerful. And it's so straightforward. So here's how it works. First round, you've got 2 moves. Cracker Turtle is coming in, he's casting Fire Shield, it's putting Burn on the enemies, it's giving everybody a shield. We're skipping Blob, and we're just going with Burn in charge from Rampede. It's going to apply more Burn, it's going to start applying bleeds to everybody. From the extra support skills, we're going to regen a load of shield as well. You're already pretty untouchable. Second round, Cracker Turtle is applying Life Channel. This is going to remove any debuffs if they're there, and can be used again later down the line if you want to remove debuffs. But most importantly, it's going to keep Rampede's mana generation up, so he can keep on casting Burn in charge at his highest level. Blob is going to cast Bitchmin Surge. He's going to apply Tether everywhere. And Rampede is going to keep on doing his thing and applying Burn in charge to everybody. And this team is super simple. Wipes out all the legendary keepers. Get your sweet loot. Get your trophies. Get your achievements. And if you'd like to know more about how this team really works and how the mechanics of it all works properly, then you've got to check out my previous video on this awesome team. Good luck with your Monster Sanctuary, guys. I'll catch you in a bit.